Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today I would like to present about my project paper 1, which is my code project paper 1 is SSS3233. My title for my project paper 1 is the relationship between salary satisfaction and turnover attention among food and beverage F&B employee income rate. My name is Haris Ignas Bezukaria. My matrix number is 423-100-2531. My academic program is Bachelor of Industrial Psychology. For the background of study, have 4 points, which is the number one is the food and beverage F&B is an important sector of the Malaysian economy. Second, the sectors such as a restaurant, cafe, and fast food service provide many job opportunities for the public and contribute to the country. Thirdly, these industry sectors have employee problems where salary dissatisfaction causes employee turnover intention due to environmental problems. Lastly, therefore, this study examines the relationship between salary satisfaction and turnover intention among food and beverage F&B employees in Klang Valley for putting in place a more effective strategy for employee retention. For problem statement, first, these sectors high turnover disrupt business operation, increases training costs, and reduce service quality, posing long-term challenges to organizational sustainability. Second, a major factor driving turnover is salary dissatisfaction, as many F&B employees are underpaid and struggle to meet basic needs, leading to reduced commitment, increased workplace issue, and job quitting. Next, the perceived wage injustice and unfair comparison with peer further intensify dissatisfaction and turnover. Next, there is a 2 point for my research question, which is number one, is there any relationship between salary satisfaction and turnover intention among food and beverage employees in Klang Valley? Next, is there any relationship between the level of salary and turnover intention among food and beverage employees in Klang Valley? For my research objective have 2 points also, which is number one, to investigate the relationship between salary satisfaction and turnover intention among food and beverage employees in Klang Valley. Lastly, to investigate the relationship between the level of salary and turnover intention among food and beverage employees in Klang Valley. For the research hypothesis have two sentences, which is number one, there is a relationship between salary satisfaction and turnover intention among food and beverage employees in Klang Valley. Next, there is a relationship between the level of salary and turnover intention among food and beverage employees in Klang Valley. For significance of study have 3 points that focusing to the first, understanding turnover intention, which is the study helped to explore the relationship between salary satisfaction and turnover intention among F&B employees in Malaysia, a sector with high voluntary turnover. Next, benefit for employers, which is to provide insight for F&B management to improve salary structure, work environment, and reward system to reduce turnover and improve employee retention. And lastly, empowerment of F&B workers, which they document workers' real experiences and give them a voice, supporting fair wage and better career opportunities in a sector where they are often overlooked. For the literature review I'm taken from the past study is the title The Relationship Between Pay Satisfaction and Turnover Intention Among Employees in Mobile Application Development Companies in Beijing, China, which is each related to my IV and DV, is pay satisfaction is my IV, and turnover intention is my DV. This article showed that focusing on small and medium-sized enterprises facing intense competition and high turnover rates, the results show a significant negative relationship between all aspects of pay satisfaction. The satisfaction are including 4 dimensions, which is pay level and pay structure management. Under pay structure management, it's including rises and benefits. The third implementation with pay level being the most influential factor, which is the pay satisfaction and turnover intention is the most influential factor that related to this article. The study also referenced early findings, including how internal pay satisfaction is linked to psychological needs and how effective career commitment mediates turnover, and last, how passive salary finance and belonging can reduce turnover intention. For the theoretical review, which is I'm choosing the Herbert two-factor theories, which is these theories have two factors, which are the hygiene factor and the motivational factor. Hygiene factor is considered as a salary that employees work for in order to prevent job dissatisfaction rather than creating an atmosphere of motivation or job satisfaction. Salary also has four related sub-dimensions stated by Henneman and Suchweb 1985 that salary level and salary management structure is the sub-dimension. Motivational factor is to create job satisfaction and long-term commitment, and this address hygiene factor coupled with strong motivational aspect is key to reducing intention to quit or turnover and ensuring productivity. For conceptual framework, which is my IV, is salary satisfaction, which have four sub-dimensions. Firstly is salary level, salary management structure, benefits, allowance increase. And my DV is turnover intention. This figure shows that salary satisfaction can be lead to the turnover intention, which is when employee don't have or didn't get the salary satisfaction, it can be lead to the turnover intention. For the research design, which is number one, design type, cross-sectional study design using a quantitative approach. Second, purpose to determine the relationship between salary satisfaction and turnover intention among F&B employees in Klang Valley. Justification, suitable for studying correlation between variables, allows data collection at a single point in time without manipulating variables. 4. Data collection method, which is primary tools, online questionnaire via Google Forms, and distribution channel are sharing through WhatsApp, and largely rational for online method, efficient and practical for current condition, and increased response rate and convenience for busy F&B staff. Next is sampling method, which is number one, is target population. The population is 300,500 from food and beverage F&B employees in Klang Valley. Second, sampling technique, which is I'm choosing purposing sampling. This technique is a non-probability sampling technique in which respondents are deliberately selected based on specific criteria relevant to the research objective, including their suitability, accessibility, and willingness to participate in the survey to gather meaningful data from a small sample. And lastly, the sample size, which is I'm using a Rosov sample size calculator, which is it suggests 377 respondents from the food and beverage F&B employees in Crown Valley. For the research procedure that I did in my study, which is number one, proposing a research topic and defining the purpose of the study. Second, conduct a literature review by identifying and reviewing relevant publication. Number three, prepares a questionnaire and distribute it through Google Form. Number four, to ensure anonymity of participants through the demographic section. Number five, the time to complete the survey is between 10 to 15 minutes. And lastly, analyze data using the statistical package for social science SPSS for further interpretation. For the research instrument, which is data instrument, are leading on online questionnaire, which is all items of salary satisfaction and turnover intention are adapted from the validated past study. An item questionnaire is for salary satisfaction, have 10 items from the pay satisfaction questionnaire, PSQ, and developed by Henneman and Suchweb 1985. For the turnover intention also have 10 items developed by Henneman 1985 and adapted from Allen and Mayer 1990. Lastly, the format is Likert scale for salary satisfaction. Items range from 1 is very dissatisfaction to 5 is very satisfaction. And for the turnover intention also item range from 1 is strongly disagree to 5 strongly agree. And next, for the pilot study in research instrument, which is the purpose is to test the effectiveness, understandability, and reliability of a research instrument such as a questionnaire or data collection procedure. For the sample size, is 10 respondents have been targeted in my pilot study, and analysis using the SPSS to analyze the data. And the Cronbach alpha, the salary satisfaction is 0.994. For the turnover intention is 0.987. And the two variables for salary satisfaction and turnover intention are 0.995. And lastly, the results show that it confirms the reliability and validity of the instrument. That's all for me. Thank you.